Hi guys, how's it going? Matt here from Hammerhead TCG. So just thought I'd pump out a quick video here. Quarterly taxes had to be done, or at least meant to be done by 7th of September. So obviously managed to get them in halfway through August. Technically, I suppose my taxes aren't declared until April, but now that I'm VAT registered, need to keep those numbers going. But at least it gives me an indication of what figures I've currently got going. So obviously this only goes up to July, so ignoring August for now. My net sales, so not including any VAT, taxes, any of that stuff, was just shy of 72,000, which is not too bad for what, 4 months, 5 months. My expenses, net expenses again, was 106,000. So yeah, managed to spend quite a bit of money there, which obviously puts me technically at a loss of 35 grand, give or take. Granted, that doesn't mean I've made 35 grand in loss. Halfway through July, I took out a 25 grand loan, which instantly went out in stock. So I essentially gained money, not through an income, and instantly spend it. So I obviously spent 25 grand that I technically didn't have, or at least wasn't accounted for before. So 25 of that 35 is easily accounted for. The other minimum 10 grand, if you look behind me, that and my other stock is well over 15, near enough 20 grand. So I have, on paper it looks really bad. I'm not bothered. I'm still in a profit. I'm still in green, purely because the amount of stock I've got on hand. If I was to go ahead and literally liquidate, sell everything, then it would account for everything that was, technically as a loss. So on paper, it looks pretty bad, but it's the first lot of taxes, or first run, so you're never going to be in the positive first time round. Obviously, going forward, I won't have that extra, technically I won't have that 25 grand loss that I had, so going forward it should be the right indication of how well I'm doing and stuff like that. Obviously I'll still do the monthly recaps. You can definitely see the sales figure on TikTok. Obviously those figures include VAT, taxes and all that stuff, which, my taxes technically don't yet. Big one there being claiming back VAT. For those of you that did tell me that it's pretty much written off, you don't actually claim it back. I'd say for the most part that is true. I was, in my head at least, expecting to claim back near on 20,000 because of all my import fees and English orders and everything that I'm paying that on. Yeah, that wasn't the case. What I found out and how it technically gets written off is because you need to pay sales VAT, which I totally didn't know was a thing before, obviously, my accountant told me. So every sale I make, basically I get charged 20% sales VAT, which is where me claiming back the VAT essentially counteracts and offsets it. So sadly I'm not claiming back the 20 grand that I was hoping for. I'm claiming just shy of 3 grand, so at least it's not nothing, it's something. So yeah, as much as, I was hoping for a big payday, increase the levels of stock, it's not going to be the best one, but at least I'll still get something back, and at least now I know going forward I can account for it. Yeah, so with that then, there will be, I'm going to say the 1st of September, which is this coming Sunday, potentially Monday depending on how busy I am, there will be slight pay increases, not by much. It's primarily going to be the single packs. So the 80 and 90 pence packs, I'm not going to do them, or I will do them. They're all going to go up to £1. It's a nice round number. It's an easy one for me to work my figures off of, and I'm still going to be pretty much the cheapest on TikTok, so I have no problem with any competition or that. So yeah, slight increases. Other than that, 1st of September, TikTok is also raising their commission prices. Now it doesn't affect trading cards, but it will potentially affect the top loaders, sleeves, and binders. So currently, I'm not going to raise the prices on the Mint Keeper stuff and the Ultra Pro stuff right now, but the second or third, depending on when people order them, the moment I start seeing 9% commission rather than a 5, they will slightly be increased just to overcompensate, or not overcompensate, compensate for the increased TikTok fees, which I can't help, but at least it's not absolutely everything. Other than that, for the foreseeable future, there's not going to be much pay increases. It is purely only going to increase when my stock does. And as you can see from behind me, the likes of Night Wanderer, I've got about 35-40 boxes right now. Even if the price goes up tomorrow, I'm keeping my price the same until they sell out. So I'm not going to say, I've got 40 boxes here, I'm going to up the price by a $5 because everyone else has. My prices stay the same until I order a new batch. Now, granted, if you are ordering Korean EV Heroes, which, lasts a day, maybe two, the price on that has gone up. It used to be 46, it's now 48, and that is purely down to, suppliers. It did go up, the second week in July, or second week in August even, but my EV Heroes was tied into a campaign, so I couldn't adjust the price on TikTok. So you've all been getting, a little bit cheaper than what I'm meant to be selling for, or what I need to sell it for to make a decent profit, or any profit, pretty much. So I've pretty much removed EV Heroes from that, and I've upped the price. So the next batch, I think the tail end of this batch got the pay increase, and the next batch, which I should be getting in tomorrow, will be the higher price. But considering the tail end of the last one sold out, I'm not expecting any change. I've looked around and I'm still going to be the cheapest pretty much going about. So again, I have no issues with, it's going to be sat on the shelf for ages. I'm still, one of the cheaper there, especially for Korean. Not a lot of people seem to be doing them. It seems to be, harder ones. Obviously, you'll get the, the high-end sets that people are selling, but, my stock range tends to be a bit more varied, which I'm happy with. But yeah, in terms of that, with obviously me not earning as much profit as I thought it was going to be, I'm still earning profit, and it is technically still what I thought it was. I was just expecting it to claim back more than I was, but now I know I can't claim it all back, essentially. I just need to adjust how I'm doing a few things, that's all. With that then, normally I'm happy to take requests, and I will do the best I can to go ahead and get the new stock in. I'm going to put that on the back burner for a little while. We do have a disco, and it does have a request stock one, and I'm still happy to take on requests. However, I'm not going to be going, yes, I will get it to pretty much everything. I'm going to wait until I have 3, potentially 5 people interested, just so I know there's more than one person. There's a couple of yous out there that are wanting it, so at least I know it's not going to be sat on the shelf for too long. Because there has been times in the past where people have said, can you get this in? Yeah, no worries, here's the price. They're happy with it, and I've either sold none or I've only sold one, and the rest of the boxes just get sat on the shelf. Don't get me wrong, not all requests have been like that. I mean, I've had V-Star Universe for Japanese. That was a request to begin with. I bought 10 boxes, instantly sold out. Bought another 10, instantly sold out. These days I'm buying 20 to 40 at a time, and yes, they're lasting a week or 2 weeks, but they're still selling out pretty quickly. So, not all requests have been bad. Similarly, Disney Mirrorverse. That was a request. I bought, the first order was 2 boxes, because that's all my supplier had. I did say, I'm looking to order more, so even my supplier is purposely gone out of his way to buy more for me. After that, I bought 10 boxes, sold out. 10 boxes, sold out. I think I've got 20 boxes, and I think I'm down to about 10. But at least I've got that relationship with my suppliers that they are happy to go out of their way to supply me with not a new product, but purchasing more, knowing that it's essentially only me that's buying it from them, which is good. Because a lot of interest in certain products. I know Disney 100 is also. I've had a few people interested in that, and yes, I do have it. TikTok's just taking its time reviewing my listing. So I'm afraid if you are in a hurry for it, it is available on the website, the exact same price. Obviously, just I think primarily people are looking for TikTok, and I haven't got a date on when that listing is going to be reviewed. Speaking with one of my account managers, but it's a slow and long process, which is rather annoying. Considering the Mirrorverse had no issues, it is suspended right now, but people can still order it, so it's not as big an issue. But yeah, the Disney 100, I know I have had a few people after it, and I'm afraid it's just hold out. Hopefully the listing will get reviewed or anything soon, and we can get going with that. So yeah, so basically just requests I will make until I've got a few people interested, just so it's not sat on the shelf, and I know it's interested, and not just, oh, we'd like one box of this please, and that's it. Don't worry though, the new sets that come out, so especially Japanese sets, primarily Pokemon, English sets that come out, I will get them, don't need to request them. Certain things, like I know Paradise Dragoon is coming out soon. We also, with that, pretty much the same time, actually I think it's 30th of August, we have the Stellar Miracle Starter Collection boxes that I know one or two of you have been interested in. So not normally a standard product with a new release, so essentially I won't be purposely going out my way to buy. These ones I have because I've already ordered them, and I know I've got people interested in them. But going forward, especially for the Japanese and Korean sets, I will just be getting the booster boxes, which, Japanese sets are nice and easy because they here's a booster box. But if you're after starter decks, it will be a request in. But yeah, in terms of English sets, again, English sets are extreme. You have your ETBs, your booster boxes, booster bundles potentially, collection boxes, your tins, your mini tins. There's that much products that I'm potentially, at least for early release, cutting back to booster boxes, ETBs, potentially the check plane booster packs and the 3 blister packs. At that point I will probably end up getting a few collection boxes, but I'm not going to go all out as much as I did for the likes of Shrouded Fable. I've still got a fair bit of stock of that left. And I suppose, it just comes down to the set. Right now I'm selling more Twilight Masquerade than I am Shrouded Fable. I kind of don't want the same situation with Stellar Crown, considering, I've had more interest in Surgeon Spark, which is being released in November. I've definitely got to get more of that rather than the Stellar Crown, because I've had a few pre-orders on that one already, which is pretty decent. I love that people are able to come to me and pre-order from the website. It definitely shows that I've grown, people are trusting me a lot more, and encourages me to branch out in the stock and listens that I can get. So yeah. I suppose it also goes in hand with the seasonal items. So obviously this week we have the Trick or Trade stuff. I've already got that in pre-order. Some of what have I got? The holiday calendars as well. I've got them in stock now. But a few of the other bigger items, I think I will hold off or not buy as many, because I think the Charizard, the Ultimate Charizard promo box that's coming out with the Charizard model, card holder and everything, I think it looks pretty decent, to be fair. I think I've ordered 20 of them, 2 are on pre-order already, so I'm happy that at least some people are interested in them. But next time, or at least the next set round, I might order less, just on the off chance that it's easier to order more than it is to say, okay, crap, I've got too many and it sits on the shelf, especially with the price on some of the bigger boxes. The Terrapogus one as well, the The Ultra Premium Collection box, again, I think I've got that on pre-order. I think I've sold about 4 already, which is pretty decent. I've only got 20 of them available to me. And I know 1 or 2 of you have said you'll order as well. So I suppose it depends on the interest of the box. Obviously, I announce it as soon as I can in the disco. I appreciate it if, show your interest sooner rather than later. It just means I can get a better indication of how much stock I'm looking to order in. And, at the end of the day, it's helping you guys out if I've got enough stock for all of you, rather than, okay, yeah, need to order more, all allocations are done, you're waiting 2 months or something, when if I ordered an extra 2 cases to begin with, everyone's happy. Yeah, I know, the collection boxes have been a bit of a hit or a miss, same with some of the tins. I think I'll drain back or pull back on how much I order on them. I know there will be people out there that are probably unhappy. They love the different tins and different collection boxes, but some of them are massively a hit or a miss. And especially with, like, for example, the Shredded Fable, Greninja sold out quickly. Kingdra pretty much. I've still got a few of them, but not as much. The King Gambit ones, I probably sold about 5, 10 at a push, and I probably still have about 20 boxes left. Some sets are obviously better than others, it just massively depends on the promos and that, but it was my first English release, so I think I did go a bit overboard on it, but lessons learned. I will know for Stellar Crown. I won't go as in depth, I'll hold back a little bit, just to see. Obviously, I do have quite a few Stellar Crown pre-orders already, so cheers for those guys. And I'm not going to cut back what I've already ordered from my suppliers, because I know at least half of it, or at least a quarter of it, a third maybe, is already assigned to people. So happy days on them. So yeah, this was just meant to be a 5-minute video. Do a quick update on tax and VAT and current stock. Well, I suppose stock kind of just got rambled into it. But yeah, as much as I love giving these updates, it gives me an indication. It also means 3 months, 6 months, when I actually have my tax period, I can look back and say, holy crap, how much has changed. And obviously it's almost the end of the month here, so in the first week of September I will do my monthly review on August and stuff like that. So, and basically go through everything that's happened, so I won't go into too much depth on that. This was just meant to be a quick video on taxes and stuff. But yeah, as much as it looks bad on paper, I am 35 grand down. Technically, I'm not. I am happy that 25 grand of that is accounted for in the bank loan. It'll slowly get paid off. I had to do, well, I didn't have to do it. I wanted to do it to increase the amount of stock. Okay, so I probably branched out to a few things sooner than I should have, the likes of Yu-Gi-Oh! And Digimon. I've got a little bit interest, but not as much to hold a full line. One Piece, again, I suppose, yeah, I will start going with the new sets. I've got some OP09 on the way, but I'm going to be going for literally a case at a time until, I get to the point where I've got a lot more One Piece customers to warrant 2 or 3 cases being ordered at a time, whereas, you look at the Pokemon and I've ordered 10 cases of Paradise Dragona, and about 3 of them have already been assigned to people, which is really good. But don't worry, still got plenty of stock. But there's the difference. Primarily, obviously, I do Pokemon, One Piece, Dragon Ball as well. I'm still getting some newer sets. I think I've got some English FB03 on the way. So, I am slowly branching out, but I'm going to not branch out as much as I was hoping to do, just purely because I'm not able to claim back as much as I thought, so I don't have the same capital I was hoping to have. So yeah, any expansion will be at a bit of a slower rate, I'm afraid. But yeah, like I say, as much as it looks bad on paper, I am happy because 25 grand's accounted for easily, And if you look behind me, I have plenty of stock. You know, if I was to literally say, okay, everything goes on sale, everything's sold for, I would easily make up, 15 to 20,000, if not more. So I have enough that, I'm not worried. I'm not going anywhere anytime soon. And as much as I did 52,000 in sales in July, so I'm happy. It's massively increasing the amount of sales I've got. Obviously, I'll do a recap in August, but you know, um, yeah, I am happy. I'm still making a bit of a profit, and passing on any savings I can to you guys. So yeah, I think I'll call it there. I think I'm starting to repeat myself over and over a little bit now. Some of you are probably like, "What the hell is this guy doing?" So yeah, cheers for listening, guys, and I will catch you all later.